Well, I booked Raw, time to try and book Smackdown. And I think my booking for Raw was way better than what we actually got on Monday. You know, WWE does not set the bar very high. They don't even put in any effort to try to be creative and make good television. So yeah, I'm gonna take a shot at SmackDown here. I will say I have way better ideas for Raw so far than SmackDown, so you're gonna have to bear with me before my SmackDown ideas can maybe get a little more entertaining. But looking at the SmackDown roster, there's just less to work with. The one note, I noted this on the Raw video, but I would have had Ronda win the SmackDown title at WrestleMania. In hindsight, maybe it doesn't really matter, but that was my whole idea. I had to plan this out ahead of time, so Ronda's the SmackDown champion in my world. I also noted in the Raw video that I would have had Sami Zayn win his match at WrestleMania, and then I would have had the Austin Theory Pat McAfee match be like a draw or a double count out. But in hindsight, I don't know if that matters either. So whatever. I just think that feud needs to continue because looking at SmackDown, like I said, just less to work with. And I think the Pat McAfee Austin Theory feud can continue in some way. So that's what I have in store today. First, we'll recap Raw.
I give to you your tribal chief, the head of the table, the single biggest star in sports entertainment, undisputed, Roman Reigns.
Brock Lesnar is in the arena. Roman told Heyman he has a plan. The Miz is in the ring beating on Dominic. F5 to the Miz. Brock wants Roman right now. Raw will not continue until he has him. Roman comes out and they brawl, but Roman runs to the back, gets in his car, but Lesnar gets in his truck, but then another truck hits Brock Lesnar. And who walks out of the truck that hit Lesnar? And so SmackDown starts with moments ago, the Bloodline arrived at the arena, but the police had to talk with Paul Heyman. WWE does a lot of things like this where people are committing crimes and there's never any follow-up, so giving you some follow-up here for Paul Heyman. Heinous act hitting Lesnar with the car to hurt him. In the arena, we are live from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
It's a new day, yes it is!
New Day kicks off the show, but they are not dancing to the ring. They're not coming out their usual happy selves. No, they are serious in the ring. Calling out Sheamus and Butch and Ridge Holland. They were defeated at WrestleMania, but they have been outnumbered. And they're not looking for any wrestling match tonight. No, they are looking for a fight, since Sheamus and Ridge and Butch say they're always looking for a fight. New Day is too. So those three come out, and New Day, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, they pull out an equalizer. They have kendo sticks, and they beat down Sheamus and Ridge and Butch with those kendo sticks. Sheamus and Ridge Holland retreat, which leaves Butch alone for Xavier and Kofi to tee off on him. After commercial, we are back in the back to Paul Heyman talking with the police. Heyman then comes up to Roman and the Usos to tell them he has some bad news. He may not be able to make the unification celebration because the police are going to take him down to the station. He says he's going to try and get back, but he has a surprise for Roman. No matter if he's here or not, he hopes Roman enjoys the surprise. In the ring, we have a women's tag title match. Naomi and Sasha Banks versus Xia Li and Aaliyah. The new tag champs Naomi and Sasha pick up the win. The next segment in the first hour is Madcap Moss and Happy Corbin coming out. They say they're going to try and shake off their WrestleMania woes. Madcap tells some of his lame jokes to try and make Corbin stay happy. And Corbin has set out to do something this year. What better way to shake off that WrestleMania loss to Drew McIntyre than making more money? That's been his story, how he's been making money, becoming rich after the lowest of lows. Corbin vows that he will be the richest man in the WWE by year's end. Yes, not just wrestler, the richest man in the WWE.
Yeah! Yeah!
LA Knight comes out because LA Knight has a lot to say about that. LA Knight being the wealthy man himself. He's sick of listening to Madcap and Happy. In fact, he doesn't want to listen anymore. He wants to get down into a match. He challenges them to a match, and he's brought along a tag team partner. Now, I'm not booking NXT, but we'll just say that the NXT champion, Braun Breaker, is here to tag up with LA Knight. LA Knight and Braun Breaker get the win over Corbin and Madcap Moss. Up next, Austin Theory comes out, and Pat McAfee wants to know why he's here. Because Austin Theory is supposed to be on Raw, but Austin Theory grabs a mic and explains that he is now going to be exclusively on Smackdown. McAfee is, of course, not happy to hear this. Austin Theory says he's here to prove himself to Vince, but he's also here to keep Pat McAfee's life a living hell. Austin Theory has a match against Mansoor, and basically a squash win for Austin Theory. The first hour ends with Roman still upset about Heyman not being here tonight. The Usos are trying to calm him down. They want to have a great celebration tonight to celebrate the head of the table. Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville try to come in because they have some news for Roman, but Roman doesn't want to hear them right now, so the Usos make them leave. Starting the second hour is the new SmackDown Women's Champion Ronda Rousey versus Natalya. Ronda would get the win, but right after the match, Charlotte Flair attacks Ronda Rousey. Out comes Bayley. Bayley fights off Charlotte, getting a positive reaction, but then also hits a rose plant on Ronda. Bayley raises the women's title. Sami Zayn is out next, talking about the conspiracies against him here in the WWE. They wanted him to lose to the Jackass crew, but he prevailed, because like I said at the beginning of this video, I would have had Sami Zayn win that WrestleMania match. Sami Zayn goes on to talk about the deep state of the WWE. He tries to call out Vince McMahon because he wants to talk to him tonight. But nobody comes out. So he calls out Austin Theory, who's always up Vince's ass. Austin Theory doesn't come out either. So he calls out the goons, Sonya and Adam. But they also don't come out. So Sami Zayn just has to leave the ring frustrated. Sami says he's going to keep prevailing despite the conspiracies against him. Next in the second hour, Shinsuke versus Jinder, a win for Shinsuke. Shinsuke lost his tag partner at Smackdown, so we're going to have to build Shinsuke back up. Singles. Ending the night with the unification celebration, Roman Reigns has the WWE title and the Universal title. The Usos unveil Heyman's surprise for Roman, a life-size statue of the head of the table, Roman Reigns. But the unification celebration is interrupted by Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville. Roman and the Usos think they are here to present Roman with the new unified title. They're looking forward to seeing the design on this new belt. But Adam and Sonya have news. Yes, both of the titles will remain themselves. The WWE Heavyweight Championship and the Universal Championship will remain, and Roman will have to defend them separately, possibly on the same night at upcoming events. The Usos warn Sonya that she better leave because Roman is not happy. And she leaves, but Roman spears Adam Pearce. But out comes Drew McIntyre with his sword to ruin the celebration. Headbutt to Jimmy Uso. Headbutt to Jey Uso. Roman, however, gets away, but McIntyre has his sword, and he cuts the head off of the Roman Reigns statue. Drew holds up the head of the statue. He says he will conquer the head of the table. He wants the Universal title. He wants to be the man to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania Backlash.